Good evening. Here we are again with our news. This time there's quite some gaming things to report about. But here are also news from sport, our TV, and our production, which mostly contains our podcasts and rugby highlights on our other channel at the moment. We hope you'll enjoy this edition, although there are a lot of exciting things going on today right now. Let us begin our 104th edition of Knight-Nui News. If we reported previous week about the Knight-Nui Blast's 15 men and the oddly shaped ball channel, which brings us highlights from mostly Magners League, this week we can say the channel is growing with more new videos from the matches and also by subscribers. The channel already has 10 subscribers and brings us 14 videos. Among all, you can find quite some of the previous round of Magners League, as we already reported a week ago. The channel will surely bring more and more highlights from rugby games for you to enjoy. You also can run a discussion about the channel, movies at present and all related to it on our forum and multimedia section of the forum. The first episode of our podcast was very successful, so here we are in preparation of the second episode. However, we would surely want to make an edition suitable and interesting for you, listeners, so we are inviting you to participate. Whatever you would like to hear in our podcast related to gaming, Doctor Who, rugby, or even other bit-related things, you may ask a question of your interest and we'll answer it in one of the next edition. We're waiting for your suggestions of what seems important and interesting enough for you to be put into one edition of podcast. The topic is opened in the forum under multimedia section of Knight-Nui forum, and it is the place to put your suggestion in. In our forum we're publishing some launch and other data about 3DS, which will launch in US and Europe in March next year. But for purchasing from Japan it will be available from February 26th. The console is great according of what we know so far, but what all is incorporated in it and what its features are, you are welcome to read in our gaming news of gaming forum. If we reported about Doctor Who coming to WNC with 2 new games and showed you the coverage of both, now we are able to show you some screenshots from them. Both games, Evacuation Earth and Return to Earth games, will be out on October 22nd, what means pretty soon. View the topics related to these 2 games and participate in the discussions. December 3rd is the launch day for one more way classical game. Donkey Kong Country will get its sequel. According to what we know, it looks amazing, so we've opened the topic to discuss the game in Nintendo section of the gaming forum. Welcome to join and participate. 3DS is something what is constantly in our mind, and knowing with you is not any different. We are still preparing things for you. The first thing coming out this week was kind of preview of the first game from our 3DS Virtual Console wish list, and this is where it listed. The wish to finally get hands on it is even bigger, as this game was taken from Nintendo's Europe release list in July 2009, and this way it never hit British stores. Now is the time to finally come our way, as 3DS is really most suitable console to play it on. The exciting moments were continued with next 3DS preview in the row of many we already published. What we would wish to see in this game and what we actually hated in the 2 originals is written in the preview. As always, our anticipation meter shows you how anticipated we are, in hope that Super Monkey Ball and Koala will bring the best out in each other. Enjoy reading our preview on our site. In Nintendo section of our gaming forum you can find launch or near launch lineup of the 3DS games, which includes quite some games we liked already on Wii. Which games those are you will be able to read in this list, so rather head to our forum and gaming section and read the whole thing. Surely you'll find some games in this list you're also anticipated about. We almost closed the redaction of this edition of news, but at the last moment we've seen that we didn't quite finish with Virtual Console wish list yet. Pokémon Red Blue is the next in a row of those Virtual Console games we would really like to see on our 3DS when it comes out. But there's much more to be read and a little writing about what we would like and what we're expecting to happen, so go ahead and visit our site. Well, if we wander off 3DS a bit, then here's still C to be occupied with. You surely didn't forget our head admin Taoni's challenge. From all those blogs written so far, we know how is he improving in his backlog cleaning as well, but the list of updates is put into the stats only now. The Great DS Challenge blog with its 9th installment clears just this: what our head admin is playing right now and what he finally finished, with a big wondering of if he will really be able to clear all backlog before 3DS launches in Europe in March next year. Well, we here in studio wish him all the best, and to you we recommend to read this issue of the Great DS Challenge blog. Pleasant reading is this again. We already reported that Michael Jackson, the Experience game, was announced to be launched, but now we're bringing you the date of release. November 21st is the release date for Wii and PS3, while 360 will see the delay because of Kinect support being included. The discussion about the game is still open for you to discuss, so you're warmly welcome to participate. Do you still remember the first part of the What Game Is Your Team article on our site? I hardly believe you don't, and I know when you read it you wish the second part would be out as soon as possible. It wasn't here for you at once, but it's here now. The second part of the article is featuring Scarlett, Edinburgh, Leinster and the Glasgow Warriors. What games are those teams? Go to our site and read. Well, sport happenings are kind of in wild schedule this weekend, knowing that there was the next round of Magners League in which at least some of our favorites won again. But the big thing, as it seems, is not rugby this weekend. Ryder Cup, the golf challenge in which the clash between USA and Europe is the main thing, obviously is this of a high importance. Rainy day yesterday, but McBrider today brought quite an excitement to those who are interested in golf. You can monitor the results and happenings on several places, but we on our forum also couldn't just go by like that, and the topic for the discussion was opened for you to participate, so you're welcome to join and discuss. On our TV this week we have two new things, among which Dead or Alive, the Dimensions trailer is first new thing on. However, Nintendo 3DS lineup seems to be much more interesting for the viewers regardless. It was launched the same day as the first video. Nintendo 3DS shows you all features of the 3D console, which really, according of what we could read or see, is revolution in gaming. Enjoy watching. This is everything for tonight. See you again next Saturday with fresh news from our network. Good night from Night Ghost and Knight-Nui staff.